Since that day you saved my dynamite fishing. You're serious? Well, the village north is always short of food. Remember when we escaped the pits back when? Still some dynamite left. Here it is, just... You couldn't hit a cow's ass with a sitar! They're not expecting Queen Parrotfish. Anything with fins will do. You do have an eye for opportunity. After all, it's not TNT the locals are short of.
Oh, what the chimichurri was that boom?
All the blistered fish they could ever want. All the blistered...
Ah, that burnt reek. Ugh. And when are you layabouts going to get a job? Here are your tickets. Hurry, drifters. The boat...
So, this is it. We're leaving paradise behind.
What? Still here? Establishing a rival company on that disheveled island?
Let Uncle Edvard scoff. A modest island, yes, but if you're at all like Father, you'll look beyond appearances. We must shelter the good, loyal people who have shown solidarity with our family. We need every hand we can get if we are to expunge this debris. Timber, very good. I'll try not to think of the coffin.
You reached a new milestone.
Do you remain here out of spite? Or is this some futile attempt at competition? As you are so desperate to appear responsible, you'll be pleased to hear the cost of that fantastical funeral falls to you.
Miserly, uncharitable dastard! Picking and choosing what he inherits. Everything you've built so far consumed wood. We'll be needing more of it to continue. See what slander Edvard prints in Bright Sands.
Samuel's child, is it? Thank heavens. I am so ashamed of every single word your uncle...
He twists every article in his favor at our and Father's expense. father wouldn't have wanted us to sit on our hands while our one prospect was in such a state. So let's gather our townsfolk and ask them to spruce the place up. Mourning is eased, now we have others for company, sibling. It's been a hard day of labor for us all. We should cater to our tired, hungry people. I doubt there is anything more you could have done.
You reached a new milestone.
It's been a long, hard day. The people need to rest. And maybe wet their whistles. When I look into your people's faces, I see trouble. Make sure their misery doesn't become a problem.
The land can only be farmed if there are enough fields. We must plant them.
We need more farmhands. Nice day for it.
Workforce shortage.
Feels an eternity since the funeral. And the cost! Oh, why, it was extortionate. Repay me now, or sell up.
feel sick to the stomach that Edvard could ask so much of us so soon after Father's death.
You honor this immortal.
When will you show your family some gratitude?
Your people are recovered and desirous to proceed. Set them to it. We're going to need as much space as we can clear. Speak to our humble cousin. He writes of a worker riot in Bright Sands. It seems we are not alone in our contempt for Edvard.
Fields might help.
The land can only be farmed if there are enough fields. We must plant them.
Ready to repay my charity? Don't think you're finished, brat. Tell me you've managed something. Tell me you've managed something. We'd rather die than stay. Our flags still wave for Samuel. Let Edvard oppress us no more! Keep out! None of your business! A life away from Edvard? We're on board. Only, we've no ship to get on board of.
If you pick me, you may have my boat. It's my poor aunt's legacy. Her second husband was a decent sailor. Everybody on board? Good.
What? Has your cleft of the family no shame that it now resorts to abducting my workers? The Queen's ambassador himself shall hear of this.
Abduction is a severe accusation.
And if I may, excuse me, a false one. We left Edvard quite willingly.
Pencil polishing popinjay. I should have been rid of you long ago.
I see nothing criminal. A bit of interfamilial bickering is only natural, and hardly a matter for the crown. And as for you, I have quite forgotten my manners. Sir Archibald Blake, ambassador and confidant to the Queen. Despite the circumstances, Her Majesty and I were pleased to hear of your return. Your father's death was a tragedy. We regret he never had the chance of a fair trial.
The real tragedy here is the vast funeral bill that goes unpaid, while this brat is living the life of O'Reilly.
Sadly, your uncle has indeed alerted me to some floating liabilities. I fear you have no choice but to settle them if I am to grant you your crown shipping license.
Edvard registered the debt officially.
Don't worry. That old tyrant can't hold us back anymore.
Indeed. Once my letterpress is up and running, the truth will come back to haunt Edvard. For your hospitality, please use my ship howsoever you may wish.
Now that sounds like good news.
As to the debt, my hands are tied, but it may warm Her Majesty's heart to see a new enterprise taking shape.
Maybe Edvard will try to prevent us owning a shipyard, but for now, let's at least house those workers.
With several passionate young reporters enlisted, our publishing house is already well underway.
You reached a new milestone.
Tell me you've managed something. Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 4 bags full.
Fire runs wild. Fight this inferno fast.
Workforce shortage. A competitor raised a settlement.
We put our love into this.
Spare a thought for us? Far be it from us to make the foreman work.
Proper job.
Our editorial section is sure to grow along with your city. We are fine-tuning the first issue as we speak.
You reached a new milestone.
You have father's fortitude. These people will follow you as they once followed him. I have discovered some inefficiencies we ought to address.
Your worthless rags have barely covered anything. Now, bring me sails. It's not like you have any use for them.
Clearly, Uncle's intention is to keep us from ever owning a shipyard.
A competitor raised a settlement.
farm? We no fields?
Where are my sails? Nothing you do will lift the cloud. Haven't seen a prison transport of mine, have you? If you do, be sure to return any salvage to me.
A competitor raised a settlement.
Saved? Do you also then save us from a grievous injustice? Edward's charges against us are pure fabrication. The man is an imposter.
A letter. It bears Edvard's seal.
Don't even think about sheltering Samuel's co-conspirators. Deliver them to prison at once, and I might lift your debt.
Open the letter. He's clearly up to no good.
However much we despise Uncle Edvard, it's criminal to go opening his private correspondence.
Sometimes doing the wrong thing.
Think of it as hard evidence of your character.
It cannot be. These names are those father trusted most. Barristers, doctors, academics.
He certainly knows how to silence his critics.
Ah, a delivery. Dead or alive? Think turning in sinners maketh you an angel? I know all about your family.
You have seen sense, then? I suppose I shall have to inform Sir Archibald that your obligations are met.
Debt-free, spiffing, just the dib-dab. Ha ha! One splendid license we shall draw up forthwith.
Hurry! I already smell the tar. See, the masts are swaying from Father's study.
My curiosities come from far and wide. for the more discerning customer.
Nouveaux arrivees like wise old Wibbly, eh? Stick by me and you'll come good.
Birolomara, I run things around here in me own little way.
Rare for promises to be kept. Thank you.
If I must be a good citizen, so must you. Have your investigation. Have your investigations been fruitful? It all looks in order.
Nice day for it. You reward our hard graft.
You'll soon be making a name for yourself.
Our city's historic first shipyard. We must document this moment in our first edition. A perfect snapshot to illustrate history in the making.
So you build ships like your father. Well, the Queen is in the direst need of ships. Supporting her will go some way to healing the wounds of the past.
A commission for the Royal Fleet, and in such quantity. A rare honor indeed. The weaponry they ask for presents a problem. I'm not even sure we have an iron load, do we? I see the iron is beyond our reach. We have no choice but to find a way through the mountain.
Still have a few sticks of dynamite. We can blow our way through.
What are you both doing? Demolition is a serious matter wanting proper expertise.
Perhaps not refined enough for your sister, but at least your workers can start their dig.
Father used Mr. Ticker on account of his good sense. Go on. I suggest you find him in Bright Sands.
Ship constructed.
If your father had only let me in, we could have built this together.
Unsticking old rope once.
Fancy making hay while the sun shines, master?
The fire is out of control. The fire left ruins behind. Production has stopped.
Keep out! None of your business!
I'm still waiting for the boom.
Something for all seasons.
Well, you've cultivated quite the search.
Look in my eyes. You are feeling sleepy. I'm not as scary as you thought, eh?
And industry can haul good and sons back from the grave.
Better doing this by hand.
After the picket protests, many fine men left Bright Sands to join you. Then Edvard struck back. He imprisoned all who were close to your father, including my beloved Thomas. My husband and the others were deported to Wormway's prison, and I've heard nothing from him ever since. If you do find him unharmed, prithee tell him his wife yearns for his return.
We are nearing the place your father died. Whatever happens, stay calm.
So there you are, the traitor's children.
How dare you!
Oh, spare me the nauseating drivel. Flogging Queenie's peachy island in the New World to some rebel upstarts? Ha! Traitor is too generous a word.
Father would never have. He was the Queen's stalwart, a member of the Royal Council.
He hung himself in one of my cells. I'd call that a rather conclusive admission of guilt.
We did not come here to be insulted. We came to strike a bargain. The demolition man, Thomas. We want him.
Oh, I vaguely remember him. Stubborn, with a loose mouth, just as innocent as all the others. He is small fry. A bail has been set. Pay every penny of his money, and I will place him immediately at your disposal. I can't think why he'd be worth anything. Everyone here is beyond redemption.
Traitor or not, Samuel wouldn't have wanted his people to suffer for it.
Forget escape. And to what? Edvard's new vision for Bright Sands.
I'm not going to tell you your father wasn't a traitor.
The way Mr. Bleakworth treats us, I don't blame your father for bowing out with his dignity.
Samuel Goods, engineer? Aye, that's me. Who's asking?
That's the least I'm due for my suffering. He is ready for transportation.
Coordinates plotted.
Keep an eye to the horizon for miscreant.
You've only gone and done it.
He's here. Try to make a good first impression, eldest. Any friend of father is a friend of ours.
So, I'm a commodity now, to be bought and sold. Your father treated me like a human being. I don't know what you're trying to achieve here, but it won't bring Samuel back. Mining for you, mining for Eli. What's the difference? Bright Sands will never be matched if that's what you're set on. Done.
Who are all these busybodies? Blowing up rocks can't be that complicated.
A shame you can't appreciate the craft this requires. Never mind. The charges have been primed. The perimeter cleared. We are ready to detonate. Boom.
My apologies! That was indeed impressive. Is there anything dynamite won't solve, I wonder?
A special edition for a special happening. This makes everybody happy.
Iron into steel, steel into arms, and we shall have fulfilled our first royal commission.
It don't have to be a fancy road. Lovely. Every rose has its thorns. What brings you here, Master?
I won't tell you again, it's not good enough.
A little...
A check copy? I wouldn't worry. Most only look at the pictures.
A competitor raised a settlement. Chance while your father still lived. No use dragging it out now he's gone.
Thank the Ickle-Bickle Bar. I got me family.
Trade agreement between competitors has ended. Ship constructed. Ceasefire has ended.
A farm? With no fields?
You are trying, at least. I know Samuel wouldn't have given up.
Far be it from me to bank on gossip.
Stand to attention for the bus.
We are missing a vital good that cannot be produced on our island. You will have to find a way to import it.
It's all prepared. Really, entirely marvelous to meet you. And that we may show truth, or anything, actually, in my, our broadsheet. That is a wonderful idea. Of course, you know what's best.
There is no shame in producing weapons if it is in defense of the realm, eldest.
You gained an influence bonus.
We can't shut the storeroom door!
How about a cup of coffee? You've been playing for 2 hours.
I find myself looking up to you, as the youngest often will.
Look sharp, the governor's here.
We put our love into this.
You'll get the job done, and done well. You hear? Got to do what we can to get by. Steersman.
I am Heshua Princess Ching. My father and mother sent me as an ambassador.
A fire broke out.
Adjust the sail. It's all coming together. On our way. Ready for assignment? I've been on tenterhooks. Then you're as good as your word. Steersman.
fire left ruins behind.
I'm confident it's ready to go.
Could be worse.
Workforce shortage.
It's out of my hands now.
Cursed factory's better than home.
We need more farmhands.
When I look into your people's faces, I see trouble. Make sure their misery doesn't become a problem.
She had bunions, silly Orncoot. So I says, keep your feet in health or you can't work, and your 6 little mouths will go hungry.
Workforce shortage. I'm starting to wonder if you can't turn things around.